What is up, Critics? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles that I never got the chance to because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. Again, guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you guys want me to customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Grotti Turismo R. So this car released with the business update in March of 2014, so quite a while ago. It was my favorite supercar for a very long time because of the styling and the driving experience, which was absolutely amazing. But over time, the XA21 grew on me a lot, and that's now my favorite supercar in the game. But the Turismo R remains to be a very close second. Now, this car has a normal price of $500,000, or if you own the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack add-on, you can get it for free, which is pretty nice. Now, in terms of performance, when this car was released, the Entity XF and this car were very close in terms of track performance and top speed. However, the Turismo was a bit harder to drive, which is why most people would choose the Entity XF for races with turns. But anyways, this car is primarily based on the Ferrari LaFerrari, which is one of the most beautiful Ferraris ever made in real life, in my opinion. Now, the in-game version doesn't really look too much like it at first glance, mainly because of the headlights, but when you start to look at the rest of the car, you really start to see those lines, especially the vents around the engine cover area, which really give it an exotic and different look. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of this Ferrari-inspired 2014 supercar.
What she need then?
Alright, here we go, Turismo R.
What are you after?
We got armor, we got brakes, engine, exhaust. So stock, you have a chrome exhaust, then you have a different shape of that's like an oval. Let me rev it up a bit to get rid of the smoke. There we go. And you got chrome tip, then you got race exhaust, which is pretty much like a titanium exhaust. Now, the chrome one looks pretty good. It has like a weird cutout at the back, looks kind of like a jet fighter. It looks pretty crazy. But I think the titanium race exhaust, I think that will look very cool, so we're gonna do that. Lights, throw some xenons on there, 100%. So plate, I already got my LaFerrari custom plate on there. I'm just gonna give it a black background.
For you.
Now respray, definitely an interesting one. Before we get to that, let's do the roof one. So we'll go to roof, and then you could do painted roof, or you could have stock roof, which is carbon. I'm gonna put it carbon, but let me put it painted so that you can see the secondary color on this car if you don't already know. So your secondary color is that section right there. So it's pretty much most of the roof section, a little bit of the front, the pillars towards the back, and a little bit on the side. It's a very strange secondary color section. Personally, it works with some colors, but most of them I don't really like it personally. You know, maybe with black it looks pretty decent, but on bright colors and such, personally not really too much of a fan. I personally prefer using the roof as your secondary, which is the carbon. So that's how I want to do the carbon, and then we'll do the primary and secondary the same color, because with the roof and carbon, your secondary, it looks very strange with the carbon roof. So alright, primary color, I'm gonna do obviously Ferrari. I want to keep it red, so we're gonna do metallic Torino red. Then we're gonna give it a little spice and I'm gonna give it a candy red pearlescent. In the sun, you really be able to see it, really pops. The candy red pearlescent. Secondary, same thing, Torino red. Right there. Nice.
Bodywork to match the driver.
Crew emblem goes on the side of the doors. We already did the roof. Alright, rear spoiler. So you got carbon wing, which goes all the way across and is mounted on the corners there. And then you have the GT wing, which is mounted at the center, which looks a little better. Although it's a little high up, a little more than I'd like, but I do like the way this one is mounted better than the carbon wing, so we're going to do that.
Girl is looking
Now the real LaFerrari, it has an active spoiler that's kind of hidden and it comes out of the bodywork. Absolutely gorgeous. This one, you know, it's an older vehicle, so it unfortunately didn't have that. But yeah, this type of spoiler, I think it looks pretty good. So suspension, alright, definitely want to lower this. So, go down, down, down. It barely goes down. I mean, from that to that is like, what, an inch? It's barely anything. But we'll do the competition. Suspension, might as well. Transmission, turbo. And this car in particular has a really low hitbox. A lot of cars, they're, you know, front splitters, front bumpers, they kind of bury themselves into the ground, but they don't actually hit anything. You know, because that's because the hitbox is actually smaller than what you actually see. This car, the hitbox is pretty low. For those of you who know, you can actually get stuck on going up towards a curb. You can actually get the car stuck, which is pretty funny. Alright, wheels. So for the wheels, I'm going to go to the street category, and I'm going to put, where is it? The concave Mercies. There it is. Mercy concave. And we're going to paint them black. Oh, yes. Very nice. Love that look. Windows, we got window tints. So, see here. Oh, it also tints the back glass. I don't want to hide the engine too much. So we'll do, yeah, the limo's a little too dark. And the light smoke is a bit too light. We'll do the dark smoke just so we can see that engine bay a little bit better. And that's pretty much it. So that's all the upgrades there. Not too bad for a vehicle this old. Alright, let's go ahead and take it for a drive. Exit to ground. Alright, here we go. Rear-wheel drive. Some wheel spin, but it goes pretty well. Sounds so good. Obviously very similar to the Carbon Is There sound. That's where they got like the primary sound from, and they just adjusted it a little bit. Top speed right now. Moves pretty good. And in terms of handling, this is one of the best handling supercars in terms of difficulty, at least in my opinion, and feedback. It drives so nice. It doesn't drive like, how do I say, like arcade-ish. It drives a little more realistic than the other supercars, which is something I really enjoy. Just, it drives so well. Get around some of the cars here. Double clutch, yes. Full speed, first person. Very nice. Not too bad at all. Alright, let's pull over. See what opens here. Actually, you know, before we do that, let's purposely get stuck on a curb, as I was talking about earlier. Go here. Let's see if it gets stuck on this one. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. Yep, there it is. I'm flooring it right now. It's just stuck right there. Now, if you hit it with a little more speed, you can go over it. That wasn't enough speed. A little more speed. There you go. I find that kind of funny, and it's weird how it scratches it all the way up there. A little strange for sure, but part of the charm of this car, I guess. All right, vehicle doors. Go all. Oh yeah, look at that. Not bad. Now the texture in here, I wish they would have done carbon fiber. Probably my only kind of gripe with this car. But they did do carbon fiber in here. You can see. Engine cover, a little bit back there. Not too bad. And it's pretty cool the way it opens, like the way they did that. There's carbon fiber there. They did it there, but they didn't do it here. Come on. They should have put it there. Good looking car. As I mentioned earlier, this used to be my personal favorite supercar in the game. Until I started driving the XA2 more, and that became my favorite supercar, but this was my favorite for a reason. It is a gorgeous car, one of the most beautiful cars in the game, at least in my opinion. Close all the doors there. Well guys, let me know what you think. I think for the money, or if you get it from the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, obviously I think it's an amazing car, very good value for what you're paying, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.